Mira eso. You're watching the 2024 National Puerto Rican Day Parade live from New York's Fifth Avenue.
They bring it every year, David. This is positive workforce.
Wow.
Qué bonita bandera, qué grande bandera.
Qué grande.
Wow.
That's a pueblo all by itself.
That is huge. Positive Workforce, founded in 1987 as a New York City minority advocacy and employment service organization. Their mission to assist members of the local community in obtaining both entry-level and journeyman positions in the construction industry by working with major developers and contractors to ensure proper community participation.
If you're curious, that flag they were carrying, 72 feet long.
72 feet long. Wow, so they are carrying what may be the largest Puerto Rican flag to ever come down Fifth Avenue.
Wow.
Okay? It's not only 72 feet long, it's 30 feet wide, and it takes over, get this, 100 positive workforce volunteers, friends, and family to proudly march it down Fifth Avenue. Where was it made? In Arecibo, Puerto Rico.
Fantastic. There's our website, ABC7NY. You can watch the parade there. You can, don't be afraid to send us some pictures on Instagram and on Puerto Rican Day Parade. You can go use their hashtag as well. We're also on TikTok and Facebook. We want to see your pictures along the parade route here at Fifth Avenue.
Yes.
Positive workforce in the house. There you see the hashtags PR Parade, at PR Parade as well. And as well at ABC7NY, for sure. And then we've got them on TikTok, NPRDP as well. That's the National Puerto Rican Day Parade's TikTok handle.
We are all over social media.
You got to be everywhere.
You know, this is a great chance for us at this moment to go to one of our sponsors here for the parade, and one who I have a special place for in my heart. My first float that I ever rode in the Puerto Rican Day Parade was on a Goya Foods float.
Well, who doesn't have adobo in their kitchen?
No, that's true. But I was on with Tito Puente, okay? I just want to say that. And let's go to Sonia Rincon to talk to a good friend of ours.
That's right. It's my pleasure to introduce Rafael Toro. He is the National Director of Public Relations for Goya Foods, which is the largest Hispanic food company in the United States. Tell us, what significance does Goya's long history of supporting the Puerto Rican community hold for the company?
Well, Goya has been sponsoring the Puerto Rican Day Parade since 1958, and we're very proud to be here today. Where else would we be except for being here, celebrating Puerto Rican pride and celebrating the Puerto Rican community here in the United States and in Puerto Rico.
Can you tell us a little bit about Goya Cares and what motivated Goya to take on the initiative to raise awareness about child trafficking and mental health, serious topics but important ones?
Well, Goya Cares is about protecting children against abuse, and it's about making people aware. It's about educating kids, and it's also about coalition building. We want to keep kids from becoming victims, and we do that by going into the school. Right now we have people from the Passaic Sheriff's Department who we have trained in the Monique Burr curriculum to go into school and tell kids about red flags, what they can do to protect themselves so that they can keep from being abused.
Rafael Toro, thank you so much. And right on cue, we saw the Goya truck go by. And you know what? Right on cue, the sun has come out in the last few minutes or so. It's a beautiful sunny day now, and shout out to our weather team for that. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Sonia, thank you. Just earlier this week, Goya Foods donated 12,000 pounds of food to the St. Cecilia's Church Food Pantry in East Harlem. Goya has been doing it right for years. You know it. Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno.
Oh, and look at this. You mentioned, David, Goya's second float is 34-foot Goya Cares and Goya Gives float, and it has Tito Puente Jr. on it.
See what I'm talking about?
And his Latin Jazz Ensemble, a tradition that dates back to his father's performances on the Goya float in the 1980s and 90s with you.
You know, let me tell you something. When we turned onto Fifth Avenue and the crowd realized that Tito Puente was in that float,
yes,
my hair just blew right off. The scream was crazy. You know, and when he started to go on the timbales, it was fantastic. And his son's living in that legacy now.
This is one of the biggest unions here in New York City. They're here at the parade each and every year. 1199 SEIU. They are frontline caregivers in hospitals. hospitals, in nursing homes, clinics, pharmacies, all other areas of the healthcare industry.
What I love is that they really are front of line, right? They are nurses, aides, techs, lab workers, housekeepers, dietary workers, pharmacists, social workers, other medical professionals. They have 400,000 members. 400,000 members.
When we had the pandemic, they got us through it.
They were on the front line.
They were on the front lines each and every day.
And just this past week, they've been taking the news in terms of fighting for better conditions for their workers.
Yes.
They've got over 400,000 members, not just here in New York, but Massachusetts, New Jersey, Washington, and Florida as well. The largest and fastest growing healthcare union in the nation.
And they have one or two Latinos on.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so you know.
No, they're celebrating Puerto Rican pride, marching together. Joy, solidarity, strength.
And they have a nice dance organized, by the way. Look at that, look at that.
Yeah,
that takes a rehearsal.
And look at the size of their contingent, if you will. They bring it.
This is a big group behind
It is a big group. But SEIU,
300 people.
300 people.
Look at
no
part of this group.
Look at the
youth.
It stretches all the way down Fifth Avenue.
Wow.
Oh, they got it together.
They really do. This is when I really do want to get up and dance.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly.
Oh my goodness.
That is just fantastic. I'm going to applaud for them. Because that was really well put together.
A lot of rehearsal, a lot of work.
1199 SEIU in the house.
Did you bring your whistle, Joe?
You know what? I think it's in my bag.
Oh. I remember the first time I did this with you two. I think it was first or second time, and you tried to make fun of me and said that I did not have a bandera in my house. And if you recall, I came out not only with a bandera, but I think I had an entire bandera in leather wrapped around my body.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Representing.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you really step up when you're in the corner, don't you?
I do.
So there, Jojito, take that with you, okay?
You know, we have had so many amazing members of our Latino community to be proud of. In our, we've been mentioning some of our past representatives, and this one that we want to bring you right now, I had the pleasure of interviewing many years ago. A posthumous honoree this year, Raul Julia. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you what a celebrated theater and film actor he was, but he was also a tireless activist whose passion, his dedication to Puerto Rico and the community just paved the way for future generations.
Raul Julia, a maestro of the stage, a man whose career danced across languages and genres. Born in San Juan in 1940, Raul's fire for the stage ignited when he moved to New York in 1964. His talent blazed a trail across Broadway. From intense portrayals of tortured heroes to beautifully haunting musical performances, Julia commanded every role. Then came a career in film. As Hollywood's chameleon, he captivated audiences and peers with breathtaking transformations. But it was his role as Gomez Addams that sealed his stardom. His comedic genius morphed the Addams patriarch into a pop culture immortal. His stage and movie performances earned him Tony nominations, a Golden Globe win, and a posthumous Emmy Award. But beyond the screen, his voice resonated stronger. As a fighter for social justice, a mentor for the arts, a champion to Puerto Rican heritage, and an ally to ending global hunger. Raul Julia, gone too soon, but his legacy will light the stage for generations to come.
Oh my goodness. I can't say enough about Raul Julia.
Absolute giant.
So he left us too soon.
Yeah.
And it's just a representation of real pride, talent in Puerto Rico.
One of the first guests that we had on Tiempo many years ago, you were there.
Absolutely.
Yep, we got a great picture with him. And
a gentleman, a scholar, a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
He is so missed.
If you can imagine, this is still $11.99 SEIU. Remember we said there were 300 of them?
Yeah, when we said they were a big group.
There.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 400,000 members, yes, but not just in New York, as Joe said. We're talking about Massachusetts, New Jersey, D.C., Florida. I think they brought everybody.
I was just going to say, they came from Florida and Washington and Massachusetts.
They did.
I think all 400,000 are here. Qué bueno.
I mean, wow.
Bienvenidos, welcome.
Oh, so good.
No, that was a big group. Well, they're here to represent, and they represent in a big way.
Yes.
Up next, coming out of CNN en Español, our colleagues.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Good to see them there.
We're going to tell you more about them in a second, and the percussion and dance ensemble playing on them on the float. Such a great group, but it's such a wonderful thing to see something like a CNN, dedicating to the Latino community.
It's wonderful. When I worked at CNN, I actually worked right next door to CNN Español, and these are some of the best professional journalists that you will find that just give us what we need in terms of covering stories that are very important to the community.
Yes.
And on that float is one of the 7 groups that we're honoring today and recognizing today. It's a group called Segundo Quimbamba. The special recognition is an ensemble. It's housed at the nonprofit Segunda Folkloric Center, which was established to preserve and promote bomba and plena in New Jersey and the rest of the country.
They're about to perform for us, so yeah, well, as they get set up, we'll soak up a few moments here.
And we should say, I mean, this is not the first time they performed, of course, right? It's they performed throughout the United States. They performed in Puerto Rico, Galicia, Spain, Barbados. We have Juan Cartagena. He's a performer, composer, instructor, researcher.
Yeah, well, Juan and his wife founded these
yes, they founded
in 1989.
Performer,
Amazing.
composer, instructor, researcher, and writer. So I guess he's busy, is what you're saying.
A little. He's a little busy.
He's got a few titles to his name.
And they're percussion and dance. So you can imagine they're playing bomba, they're playing plena, they're playing the music of Puerto Rico.
We're going to hear from them in just a moment while they set up. That's why the parade's taking a little bit of a breather here.
Yep, absolutely. And it's just a great opportunity to see. We had a great, wonderful time. By the way, I was just about to... Oh, they're ready. Oh, my goodness. Well, let's stop us talking right now.
Thank you.
Can I just do this? Austin, author. People stop us.
People stopping on the parade route.
We got a parade to get to.
Sonny's book.
We'll get to this in a second. We're going to go to Segunda Quimbamba right now. Take it away.
Oh, thank you. What is your name? I hope you don't mind.
Stay with us. More of the 67th Annual National Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City when we come right back.
The